Hi guys, today I'll be taking you through the back roll, also known as a beast position, and some of the exercises that can arise from it. Now the back roll is a quadruped exercise. As you can see, I've got my shoulders directly over my hands and my knees directly underneath the hip. Another thing as well, when you're first starting out, is you want to be on your toes, not the soles of your feet, because if you try to put your foot flat on the floor, that's going to raise your hips. So toes, knees close to the ground, directly underneath the hips. And from that position there, you can also start to take your bear for a little walk. You can play with different directions, backwards, forwards. You can turn it laterally. There's a great serratus anterior, tricep, quad, core, you name it. There's so many different muscles working synergistically together here. Such a great exercise alone. However, we are going to try to include some variations of it. Okay, one of the first ones is the lateral kick through. This comes from the back roll position. So what we are doing from that quadruped position, you're going to rotate your opposite knee to the side that you want to rotate through underneath the body. Okay, so just remember, one point is the anchor. This will be the hand and the shoulder, and the other one is the pivoting point. Okay, so once again, rotate underneath the body and extend the leg to the opposite side. It's going to take a little bit of practice. Start off nice and slow. Just get used to the knee going underneath the body and through. If you've got tight hamstrings, then you might not be able to get that leg fully straight. That's okay. It's still a great exercise. I'm speeding it up a little bit here, so once you get used to the movement pattern, you can pick it up. Now we're going to look at a forward kick through, okay? This is just for you to understand that to do the forward kick through, you're going to need to be able to get that leg forward and to keep that front foot nice and flat. Basically what's going to happen is this: anchor point, pivot point. So the anchor point is going to be the hand, the opposite hand to the foot. Okay, and as you can see through here, you're going to be replacing one of the hands with a foot, which becomes your pivoting point. And you're going to feed the opposite leg underneath the body and at the front. Once again, tight hamstrings, poor dorsiflexion. You're going to struggle with this, but just keep practicing. Okay, so replace the hand comes off, rotate the body underneath into that L-sit position. Okay, now we're going to get a lot more dynamic. This is from the beast position. So it's called the loaded beast. It's basically a horizontal squat where you begin to sit your butt back towards the heels, okay, extending the arms forward. You can get a very explosive from this position here, but it's basically a squat. So I'll still open up my hip at the bottom portion of the exercise to allow a bit more depth. Okay, just practicing going forward and backwards into that position. And you can get funky. Here we go with a loaded beast into a forward kick. Showing you through again. Obviously you're going to have to just get used to the movement and practice a lot. Okay, but it's such a great exercise and it's going to work everything. Okay, here I'm going to combine it all for you. So I've got some kick throughs. I'm going to do 3 repetitions per side, and we're going to take that into a loaded beast, into a forward kick through. So you can see how your imagination is pretty much the limit here. You can start playing around with so many variations. Okay, there's a full revolution of it. So instead of just stopping into that lateral kick, we're going to continue through, and it's going to teach you to once again keep rotating that knee underneath the body, turning the hip into the crab position and through. Want to add a kick to it? Go for your life. So at the end of the revolution, we turn, run that leg under for a kick through. Just like that. Okay, we're going to test your flexibility now. We're going to go kick through, but it's going to be a kick through panache. So tight glutes, tight hamstrings, you're really going to struggle with this. But basically the aim is just to get that leg nice and high. Okay. And we'll do a lateral version of it here. Once again, shooting that foot up towards the roof. The hip sits nice and low. And here's a loaded beast kick through with a panache version. I'm just slowing the movement down for you here. Instead of stopping at the kick through, lift your leg up into an L-sit if you want. Once again, I'm just playing around with the movement now, so You can just do so much with this. We haven't even added push-ups in, but there we go. Kick through panache. Repeating on the other side. Lift. Into an L sit. Just remember, with every movement, many times it's just breaking it down and just practicing just the movement through and through, and eventually you'll get better at it. Some kick throughs here, into an L sit. Once again, such a good core exercise. That alone is a really nice exercise. Let's add a push-up in there just for the fun of it. Okay, loaded BIS. Now we're going to load the BIS into a frog straddle. Alright, so you want to aggressively push back from that straddle position to return to that BIS. Do this exercise and talk to me later about it. Just on its own is a real heart racer, and just into a straddle sit. Okay, putting it all together for you. Kick throughs, lateral kick through, sorry, getting a bit confused now. To the forward kick through from a loaded BIS position. Alright, and I'm going to play around with it into a straddle. Then from that straddle, a Hindu handstand. I can't remember half the names of this exercise anymore. Into the kick through. Other side, Hindu handstand, into the kick through. So you can see how much fun you can have with this. Going through the revolution, from bear to crab to kick through panache. Getting a bit confused now? It's alright, so am I. Anyway, just showing you what you can do with your body if you want to play around a bit.